Hey guys, this is Man Shark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Crusader Kings II, and this is Millennia in the Making, episode 215. We're currently playing as Kaiser Egbert the Confessor. He's a dirty old man, but he's missing a leg, or an arm or something. And he is the son of Kaiser Baldwin the Good, who himself is the son of Kaiser Almeric the Kind, so on and so forth, all the way back to Duke Otto of Saxony. Our current succession is Prince Wilhelm here. He's a stressed out lunatic. And then his son Peter, who is a genius. And then his son Dietvin, who, despite only being recently born, is stark raving mad. And we do currently have a feast in the works, so let's just pump that speed all the way up and get going. The feast has begun. And we're just waiting for the 1st of January to fuck off. There we go. Beautiful. And as usual, the random insults and refusal of wine, and guys getting drunk and dancing, and people praising my stuff. Mayors cutting the throats of random servants, people insulting my stuff. More drinking. Lack of drinking. Too much drinking. Bitching. Praise, lack of drinking, more dancing, too much drinking, not enough drinking, not enough drinking, not enough drinking. How dare these bishops not drink enough? Again, not enough drinking. Praise for the food, not enough drinking. God damn. My wife has retired to the convent for a short while to gather her thoughts and find some peace, maybe even God. Somehow, maybe she's not exactly going to the convent for that reason. But anyway, it's a perfect occasion to spend time with my lover. Excuse me. It's a 25% chance that we would become lustful. We are already lustful. Let's just get rid of that message. Feast is over, by the way. And a 50% chance that we'd lose some piety, and Princess Hailwiva of Turkestan here would become pregnant with my child. Be discreet, which has a 25% chance of us becoming deceitful. Okay, and a 20% chance of the pregnancy thing. Only see my lover on friendship terms, that's a chance of becoming craven, we definitely don't want, or spend some time working. Perfect occasion. I already had the lustful trait, bro. And the comfort my lover offered me has resulted in her becoming pregnant. How wonderful! Was that one, right? Bugger if I know. Well, it said that she became pregnant, but I didn't see it, so... yeah, who knows? Factions independence is 20.1%. Pay out the leader a little bit. Yeah, we're really just looking to try and get the speed coming along. Slam through these last years as quickly as possible, really. Alright, buddy, if you're not going to give it up, I'll just have you excommunicated. So he's been excommunicated. He'll probably be able to lift that. We've got a 40% chance of arresting him. He's only down in Pisa. He has raised his flag in rebellion. That's an interesting choice. Now this actually gives us the opportunity for a few things. We need to destroy all of these armies. These are retinue armies here. You can tell because they're all perfect multiples of 500. So let's just go and see what happens. This army here I'm not too concerned about. It's an army of one of the families, not of the actual peasants themselves. Oh, got a little bit of a tickle in my throat. Again, I know, happens regularly. Now, of course, we already have a ticking war score against us, which is why it's important that this army gets down here and deals with this as quickly as possible, as well as there being 20,000 dudes just wandering around. I bet he hired mercs. Of course he hired mercs. He's a, what do you call it? He's a republic. It's the one thing they do very well. I will be attempting to just head down into Genoa, though, just to deal with this little issue. My wife's dead, so we need a new wife. All of my lovers, I believe, are married women. Well, Ricky isn't. But we don't marry for that purpose, do we? We marry for stewardship. She had 20 stewardships, so we're going to need somebody with about that. "22 stewardship, 21 stewardship, 20 stewardship. What about the Schwara von Canet de la Torres? And you can see our defense limit has significantly dropped there, but we should be fine. Okay, we got married to this lovely lady. Yeah, the money. And that should see our defense limit go back up shortly. There we go, it has indeed gone back up. 29th, 25th. We will intercept this entire army here. I'm not actually sure that I want to do that at this point. Let's see, do we have a river crossing? Genoa, and we're moving from Pavia. We would. So let's just shadow them slightly. We'll let them move out and then we'll move in. Oh fuck, let's deal with this army here. Why not? More gold. Okay, these guys are headed to Lucha on the 9th. We will intercept them. Lovely. Oh, and how's the other interception slash fight doing? Yeah, just move up. Little bit of a fight, nothing to be concerned about. We now have a positive war score. We're still getting a ticking war score against us, of course. Let's chase him down. One of the things I want to do is actually destroy all of these Pisan armies, just to be all like, well, fuck your retinues, sort of thing. You shouldn't have retinues, buddy. "26, and we'll get there on the 5th. That's perfect. And they have no supply limit there. Okay, looks like he put his troops down. Even better. We're dead. Well, it was going to happen. So Kaiser Wilhelm is now ruler. Perfect. Jacob here requires a guardian. Yep, sure. My aunt will do nicely there. I have too much in the way of land, as it were. Ah, right. I don't want to be married to Kaiserin Hedwig here. Well, let's just check on something. Pretty weird things that I can do because of my... Nope. Oh, and I have too much land. Of course I do. Well, we also have an unlanded son, so I'm going to give Istria to my son. My son is already married perfectly. And then I'm going to get rid of my wife. Well, after I assign some gentlemen to be my various men here. Collect taxes. You should not be leading an army, you should be researching military tech. My wife, Kaiserin Hedwig. That's going to be an issue because we're planning on having her divorced in just a moment. This guy can go back up there. Wonderful. So, can I divorce her? Because I need somebody with better stewardship. Ah, thank you. That's alright. We'll get over it. Oh, and the keep was built in Glurns. So, jousting lists. And a quick check of everything else. Yep. Osterreich was the one. Very good. And Nuremberg? Almost. It'll be done in February next year. So yes, the disadvantage of running it so quickly is I can't really check on various places at once. I want to keep an eye on this army here while these armies fight. Oh yeah, and faction's going to be all up in our arse now. That's okay, we're actually a pretty good leader apart from the whole lunatic thing. Yeah, we are actually. We only have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got a few people who don't like us, but they're all fairly low-level dislike. If I find a prisoner that I have that I can just release... the mayor of whatever. +5 opinion for that. We probably had him in prison for murdering one of my guys anyway. We don't have anybody imprisoned though who isn't a mayor, so that's, you know, a bit of an issue. Still, let's win this war. Okay, we've successfully been divorced, thank you very much. So let's get the ambition to get married. And then let's find us somebody with a massive amount of stewardship. Coincidentally, an 18-year-old with a massive amount of stewardship. That's a good start. We already have a good heir, so sure. That should give us a tiny bit of prestige to kickstart our opinions with as well. Wonderful, and we're going to be getting... yes, because currently our monthly income is down, getting the prestige is definitely an optimal solution. Now what's happening here? We're actually losing this battle. Yeah. Hold on a moment. Wilhelm is being a little bit arrogant. He's also inbred. He has no reason to be proud. Okay, so one of our flanks has fled, but so has one of theirs. No, we've won it. Just. Very much just. And holy shit, that's going to cost us a lot to reinforce, but we didn't lose any retinues from it either, from what I can tell. Ugh. Okay, so this son, this kid of Magnus and Princess Heilwova here, is actually the son of a late Kaiser. But that's cool. Oh, that was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. And we've won that battle there. That shouldn't contribute to the war score for us. But it did wipe out that army completely, and that's what we were after. Factions founding, of course they will, because, you know, we're a little weak at this point in time. I am going to move my armies down here, because I don't think that Patrician Ugolino's army here is going to be an issue. And we're at 37% anyway. Yeah, the Patrician's army is not really moving around too much, and we're reinforcing quick enough. New Year's lag there, but we're reinforcing at over 1,000 soldiers per month, so we're pretty good here. "21% in independence, including the King of Jerusalem." I'll give him some money just to get him out of the thing, because he'll have a lot of troops. We are going to do the whole pilgrimage and etc. thing. It's just that we've come upon this in time of war. Therefore we can't. We do have an inheritance warning here for this one. The county of Siracusa. Because he may inherit Piombino first. Well, that doesn't matter because it's only giving us that at the moment, as Piombino is not currently part of our realm due to the little rebellion. Oh wow, we got 20,000 troops out of that. And they are going to be arriving in Pisa later today. That's alright. I think we can take that. Call me crazy, but I think we can take it because they're at very low morale. It's a risk. It's definitely a risk. Adam is getting a little cynical for his age. Which one is Adam? Well, I have a lot of kids. Oh, he's one of my bastards. Yeah, he's clear-sighted. Come on. We made one side of him flee. There, we won that. Very close. Very close. But considering they brought twice our men, you know, not terribly concerned about that. Oh, we have some people who should be able to marry. My cousin and my half-brother. Go ahead, guys. Okay, so I have just become infirm as well as everything else. Not great, but it does mean that Prince Peter here will, you know, take the throne earlier rather than later. We've got another massive... Well, the army is coming back, basically. I'm gonna just put this up, these guys up here. This may be a silly idea, but we'll just see. Yeah, so they've had to flee, but that's fine. I don't know where they'll flee to. I'll make them flee up that way. So they're only coming back with 13,000, but that's 13,000 guys who are actually, like, their morale is up. So I am somewhat concerned about that. This is what you get when you fight a war with one army. Okay, fight's on. This guy sucks. What's wrong with him? I mean, we'll win. Yeah, we've won, but Jesus, you know. What's he doing? You guys form up, give you some leaders. And in you go. I'm just glad that 10,500 man retinue down there isn't doing anything weird. Why don't we have a regent? We should really have a regent if we're infirm. Alright, so there's a fairly sizable army there. We can at least wait for our retinue to refresh fairly well. And hopefully not take any permanent casualties because we can't replace those at this point in time. There's a siege going on down there. That's right, it's nothing to be concerned about. 75%, buddy. Alright, fine. Okay, so now we've become incapable instead of infirm. Not very good, not very good. These two children lack guardians. Oh yeah, she's still our spy master. We should stop that immediately. We divorced her for a reason. 19.4 in independence. I hope we'll be fine. We should be fine. Let's get this war out of the way though. Okay, my Chancellor has been nominated as my regent. That's alright. We have one too many holdings. Well, let's give Chur to my son. My real son, this one. We'll get it back. Come on. He's raising armies and hiring mercenaries all over the place, but it's too late for that. He's now imprisoned. I could revoke his titles, but, you know, I don't care. Really hammered that retinue though, didn't he? Oh well, problem's over. And it looks like Mauritania may be about to win its little war against Nubia. About time. Right, so now that we're free of war, we can't go on a pilgrimage because we're not healthy enough. But we can hold a great tournament. Factions moving around, factions forming. We better just check that out. We're at 19.8 for independence, headed by the Doge of Thrace, who doesn't like us because, of course, he's ambitious, and the usual. Also, I'm a lunatic. That's way too expensive. We're fine. I never had the barony of whatever. Anyway, the Duke here, this is because he's my regent. Duke Werner of Patau has decided in his infinite wisdom that one of my titles would benefit the realm more if it was awarded directly to him. So he gets the barony of Eppenstein. Which I think is... that's not great. Oh, we can't say no to that. So he's just taken Eppenstein office, which is Steiermark. Fortunately, we can have him basically Oh, we can't have him imprisoned or murdered or whatever. We can't dismiss him. Right, right. So he's our regent for good. What we're going to do here is murder ourselves, because that's unacceptable. What our regent here has done is unacceptable, and fuck him. So what we do here is we come down to somebody who we try and find a ruler with a nice high intrigue stat, and it has to be a ruler, and it can't be somebody in our realm. Queen Amelie the Wise of Maharashtra, 19. That's a really poor chance there, isn't it? Oh no, they found out. The wheels are in motion. My trusty cook caught one of the kitchen staff poisoning my wine. Under torture, he admitted that Queen Amelie had paid him. So she had her return stab and failed. Was she Malwa? I don't even remember where she was. Maharashtra? Yep. So we're going to have another shot. Okay, she died green and bloated, but we were found out. Not good. Because that means that he won't get the murder chance. So instead what we do is we attack his children. God damn it. This is not working out for us. No, what about Punjab? How's the Punjab guy? Ugh. Turkestan, perhaps? Oh, come on, guys. Oh yeah, that's not too bad. I'm going to have one of your important children murdered. Ah, they failed and told everybody about it. We are losing piety for that, but at this point in time, that's not a concern of mine. God damn. Yep, send him over. So what happened there was we got our own counter-murder thing. I wish we were depressed instead of stressed, then we could actually just murder ourselves. Do we want to legitimize Adam? Yes, actually, let's legitimize Adam. That does piss some people off, but I'm fine with that. So now he's a proper legitimized bastard, he is able to inherit. Here's Peter, Dytwin, then Adam. Oh, how about the Kaiser over in Britannia? One intrigue. My god. Let's get a worse spy master. It's done. Wow. 0. Okay, we're going to have another shot at... We're going to have a shot at this guy. Oh yeah, that's terrible. Because our spy master is so bad... Oh my god, this guy is unkillable. Like, this is not happening. Yeah, sure. Oh no, they found out. I think he's going to get another... We're having basically a chain of murders happen here. Or murder attempts, anyway. I tried to have him shanked. He found out and he's like, oh well, fuck that, let's shank that guy. And he failed to have me shanked. So then my spy master was all, oh, hey, we should shank him back. And, you know, it's the world's biggest rap feud. And we've actually got 2 separate chains going right now. Oh, come on, murder me back, bro. Hey, we're dead. Good. Good. Perfect. And also, we've got a tournament. Right, okay, so, in actual fact, Kaiser Peter here is in. There's a lovely wife, only 11 in his little thing here, but... We're going to come to the Duke of, whatever you call it. Alright, first of all, let's deal with this nice and sensibly. We need to get the Duke Werner of Patau to revoke Steiermark because he doesn't deserve it in the first place. I don't have 100 piety, do I? That'll come up. That'll come up. This army is slowly moving back and slowly reinforcing. We do need an ambition. We're going to have a daughter, because maybe that will give us some sons who aren't lunatics. The demand is too big, so we need to get rid of Istria. We're just going to give that to the local... Istria or we're going to get rid of both of them eventually. Let's get rid of Chur first. We'll give that to the to my uncle over in Kempton. Chur. There it is. 2 children need guardians. Of course they do. Oh, my wife's pregnant. Lovely. And this one will be military. It's actually been a really fast-paced, fast-paced game today, hasn't it? Factions. 16.5 in independence. They'll like me a lot more than they liked my father, because just plus 10, kind plus 10, is temperate? No, and genius plus 5. Don't like my trait here, but, you know, it's just, we're just gonna have to deal with that. My lovely wife will help me out quite nicely there. Right. Before anything weird happens, let's go on a pilgrimage. Yes, because a pilgrimage will give us piety. And we're going to Jerusalem. See, that's the problem with having a regent. A regent can just decide to do things for you and you can't do anything. See, he basically took my land. And now my wife's been nominated as my regent, which is good. Oh, and also, let's just quickly check this. We need a new steward. Duke of Paphlagonia will do nicely. Need a new chaplain. This guy's good. We do need a new chancellor. The Duke of Chernigov. And we send him up to deal with the Hansa. My marshal should be a new one. The Duke of Dalmatia. Send him to research military tech. And my spy master can study technology down here. Wonderful. Now let's hope nothing happens during the, what do you call it? Pilgrimage, because my heir is not a great heir. We need to stay alive for the next, well, considerable amount of time. Okay, so deep in the night, sleeping at the Pilgrim's Inn, you dream a beautiful dream, you're walking through a dense wood. It's filled with wonderful sounds and smells of nature, little squirrels, birds, etc, 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 but there's a fire. The inn is on fire. We could have a 10% chance of wounded, 30% chance of brave, or 100% chance of craven. Obviously the craven trait is unacceptable, but we're good now. Okay, there's a flood. I can get the charitable trade out of this, and so we have. Riders, a little bit of piety out of that. This is good. When we come back, we'll be able to get that claim. Can we actually get that claim now? Yes, we certainly can. Oh, a little bit of a New Year thing there that I missed. Okay, so let's see. We've got a 15% chance of +1 learning, a 15% chance of +1 intrigue, or a 20% chance of no effect, or a 50% chance of gregarious. Fucking amazing. That's another +5 vassal opinion, +2 diplomacy. We are a god of diplomacy. Diplomatic stuff. And words. We have fulfilled the ambition to have a daughter. Little Katharina here. Wonderful. And now we have a new ambition. Okay, so we can improve our intrigue. That's cool. We only need 1 point to do that, and we'd get 100 prestige out of it. Or we can become a paragon of virtue, and we can do that because we don't have 500 piety. If we succeed at that, we'll get +1 learning, plus 100 piety. We'll get the holy title. For Catholic religion, we'll get +1 moral authority, and all of our religious vassals will get 50 opinion towards us. And it is easy as shit for us to get 500 piety. Okay, great. We've successfully become a pilgrim. This woman is going to lose her barony to this kid because he's the heir of this place, maybe? I don't know, it's a little up in the air. But we have a decision to make, and that is to hold a grand tournament. How good am I at martial? We're beginning to think that Princess Hylueva here may fancy me. Yes, we need heirs who aren't this fucking... Oh god, like seriously. This fucking kid. Gave her a good tumble, good to be Kaiser. I forget which year we started. Was it 1413? Maybe. Pope's dead. Got a new pope. Not a very good pope, but he's a pope nonetheless. And he's a pilgrim, which is good. Means that we get a little bit more opinion with him. Because we are pilgrims too. 8.8% in independence, and that's the strongest faction. That's fine. And most of them should go away after the double hit of a tournament and then a feast. Our army's almost completely regenerated. Most unfortunate. Bunch of people getting wounded. Yeah, they're a little behind the times down there. Doesn't matter too much. As long as the towns have universities, and that they do. Okay, yeah, so we got the claim on this guy, so let's revoke it. This could cause a war, but I don't think that will be too much of an issue. I'll start moving my army out just in case. Good, he accepted that. Wonderful. So now it's back in our control. Which means we need to get rid of Istria. Give it to the Count of Crane over here. He's fine. Excellent, and now we need a new spy master, for reasons. Duke of Berry. Republic trade zones, huh? Okay, so we definitely completely own the Golfo de Cadiz, but they've come back into the Strait of Gibraltar. As expected, to be honest. And over here, they're just not really doing anything worthwhile. But I'm content to leave them for the moment. This guy is the winner. This guy is second place. This guy is third place. Oh, bad luck, you probably should have done better. Great, so tournament is over. Right? There it is. Tournament's over. So now we're not going to hold a summer fair. The burghers of Nidabayan demand that city law be set higher than canonical laws, but the bishops protest, declaring the law of the church should supersede the law of the city. No, I agree with the mayors. They pay me more anyway. If that was going to give us piety, we might have reconsidered, but, you know. This woman is complaining about the prison. Why is she in prison? Oh, we imprisoned her because of Mauritania. I'll be merciful. We're not brave, are we? No, so I will go on the hunt when it occurs. The hunt is for bravery, the feast is for opinion and the just trait. But that's going to be a while off anyway, isn't it? So it's been a pretty eventful episode, hasn't it? We've had 2 kings die, or 2 kaisers as it were. Pope is upset with the law, so we just pay him off. It's interesting, the Pope, because his next heir is this guy, is being all, oh, maybe I won't, you know, accede to your requests and all that sort of stuff. Or, well, realistically, he's saying, you know, my heir is not of Littlefinger stock, therefore... It's actually weird, isn't it? Most of the popes have been Littlefingers. Go us. Also, all you cardinals, you should probably change your votes to somebody from the HRE. Just saying. Idiots. Oh, what do we got here? Somebody must have died or something like that. You'll do. Head on up there, and this kid, my half-brother, requires a new education. Diplomacy. Oops. Yeah, so my wife is probably the best one for him. My wife is fucking exceptional. I mean, seriously, look at this stat line. Look at this stat line. Look at it. Well, you can't now. I closed it, but whatever. You should have looked at it when you have a chance. Peasant revolt in Ancona, down south. I'm going to change this guy out for this guy. And I'm doing that because the previous guy had the aggressive leader trait, which is kind of a problem with tactics selection as well as defense. So I just want to make sure that it doesn't become an issue. Also, this rebellion is probably going to prevent us from going on a hunt, which is irritating. Yeah, it definitely is. We're not going to be able to get there in time. It may even prevent us from feasting. Yo, really don't care about that particular thing. Doge of Pisa is bitching. How much will I get for releasing him? 15 opinion with everybody. Done. And 1,000 to boost his opinion. I'm not going to boost his opinion. 15 with everybody else is more than enough. If we want to just check that. Yeah, the Pisan Duke is the Pisan Doge is the only one who doesn't like us. So we should be getting a lot of money. Come on. Oh, surely you can move faster than that. There's disease down here as well. Bloody tuberculosis again. Yeah, we might not be able to finish this rebellion up by the deadline for a feast. Okay, Isentrude wants us to make one of her friends a steward. So she wants us to make Ludolf steward with 17 stewardship, as opposed to the guy with 22. That will annoy Duke Matthias here, and he is a duke. And not to mention, I'm pretty sure this thing is bugged. I don't, -15 for denied advice, so that's actually happened. But our personal diplomacy is +63. So, yeah. Okay, unfortunately that didn't actually give us any war score, because somebody else got in there first. And we're about to have New Year. Everything is good. Unfortunately, we have now missed the feast deadline. We have won this war though, so that's good, I guess. Like, you know, I suppose. Some of these armies are just... I'm not going to bother restocking them to just... It doesn't... Just fuck it, you know. We've got 33 years left. We're going to live for 33 years, barring some sort of calamitous issue, in which case little Deitwin here will come into the fold. I'm amazed at how quickly, actually, just how quickly Kaiser Wilhelm up here just descended into complete batshittery. Considering he'd lasted a very long time just being a lunatic, but as soon as we got control of him, he got invalid, he got incapable, and yeah, we had to get rid of him fairly quickly. It was amazing, actually, just really quick. Oh, and our army is fully reinforced. Okay, a son was born to my uncle and my kinswoman here, named Ermengarde. She's a nice, strong daughter. Not bad. Wouldn't mind it if we could have a few more children here, though, so that we could get maybe a genius one. I mean, we are both geniuses. Oh, she's ill. Oh, well, hopefully she doesn't cark it. Because she is a good wife. How's culture? No, Paris is still being French. Money from the steward. You'll see here, though, a lot of Italia, or Italy, as some people call it, has converted to German. There's just a few that aren't. And honestly, that's pretty much fine. But yeah, they're doing nicely. Yeah, we've only got a few holdouts, so I'm not all that concerned about it for the purpose of Europa. Because it's... When I converted the Norse game that I played a while back, it was bad. It was really bad. I hadn't bothered with much in the way of culture conversions, just a religious thing. Yeah, whatever. And the result of that was that most of mainland Europe was still whatever it originally was and not Norse. 50 tech points. I'd like it in military, actually. That went to economy. Fuck you. Fuck you. Just fuck you. Really. The good news is, though, we do have a very high tech point gain because we have a very high learning. I mean, not that it's going to matter too much, of course. Another 50 tech points. How about this time you make it military? At one time it was military. Good work. Good work. And I have completed my ambition to become a paragon of virtue. So I'm now known as the Holy. And we need to pick an ambition, which must be to improve our intrigue. No problem. That'll be fairly easy to do. Anywhere need new buildings? Wait, this one needed some things. Excellent. Yeah, so back to the regency issue. Losing a county is bad. Losing my wife is actually worse. Okay, so I'm unmarried, so let's remarry. This one, she's quick. Actually, let's look for a genius. A 16-year-old genius. Come on, must be one of you. Ah, there isn't, is there? There's an attractive 17-year-old. I'll go to 20. Come on, guys, I'll go to 20. Just give me a genius. Weren't there like tons of these a few years ago? Brunhild is quick. Doesn't have a very good stewardship though. Gudrun is also quick. Not bad, not bad. Alright, let's go back up here and search by stewardship. There we go. Ulriki is better than Gudrun was, I think. Yep. Ulrich. Done. Of course he'll accept I'm a motherfucking Kaiser. Wonderful, and I will collect prestige. Our stewardship has increased to such a level where we can actually have another part of land in our domains. I will educate my half-brother. And I forget what we were educating her for, probably diplomacy as well. So we're going to revoke Chur off my uncle again. Chur or Kempton? Let's go with Kempton actually. So Kempton, claim it. Thank you, Pope. And I'll have that. Thank you. Still 83% liking this. Words. Wonderful. We are actually coming up to the end of the episode, so I'll end it at the end of this year. As usual. Oh hey, but before that, we should have a hunt. And we lost our court chaplain. Starting to think that Maria may fancy me. Yeah, sure. Okay, I'm out of the woods and I see a stag. 5 prestige for kind trait, or we can attempt to kill it, which would give us the diligent trait, which we don't actually have. A little bit of a risk. 50% chance no effect, 10% chance diligent, 20% chance +1 martial, 14% chance wounded, 4% maimed, 1% dead. None of those things happened. We hit the 50% chance of nothing. Gave her a good tumble. Holy. Yeah. That's right. Come on, end the hunt now. I wanna have a feast. Am I just? Yeah, I'm just. 5 prestige. My wife Ulrike is now pregnant. Good on me. A nice, genius son, and then I will have Deitwin, like, stabbed or something, because holy shit. Grand hunt is over. Let's get that feast going. Okay, wife retired to the convent. Well, first of all, let's just hire the magician. Hire the minstrel. Okay, so wife retired to the convent. Obviously, we don't want to become craven. We don't particularly want deceitful. Though that would totally fulfill our ambition. Let's do that one. Okay, and we got my lover pregnant. That's fine. That's the point of having them. Interesting. Must be because I'm temperate, it didn't give me the option to spend lavishly. Weird. Feast invites are sent. And we'll have to see how that goes next episode, because it's the end of this one. So, as usual, if you've got any comments or questions, go ahead and leave them below. If you liked the video, there's a like button there. Same thing for subscribing if you'd like to do that. In the meantime, though, I have been Sub. You have been yourselves. Later.